Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing out there? Snowing over here in New York. I know it's snowing other places too. It's cold, People got to go to work. People can't travel. Today is a good day for some people, and for some people like Yo Gotti, it's not such a good day. As everybody know, Yo Gotti's older brother, Anthony Big Juke, lined himself up and got killed. Yeah, he lined himself up. There's a lot of stories about it, but he lined himself up. So we're gonna see just how he lined himself up and how he got involved in this whole situation himself. We know that there was a beef between Yo Gotti and Young Dolph, and after Young Dolph's killing, a lot of things went on. Let's take a look at it. All right. They say that before Young Dolph's death, Yo Gotti shared an ominous Instagram post hours before rapper Young Dolph was shot in Memphis. I mean, this is investigators or whoever pieced it together. Like YouTube helps the police a lot with all the, you know, channels that they have and the people saying different things. So it's assumed that just before Young Dolph death, actually hours before, as it's said here, supposedly, Yo Gotti shared a post on Instagram. The post says, "Good morning. Don't value the things you don't have over the things you do." That sounds like a good little something to stand on, because you can't value the things you don't have, really and truly. But what about his brother now? Is he's going to value that? I don't know how they saying it relates to Young Dolph's death, but that's what they're saying. But those young gangsters, they always talking about how they gonna slide for their mans and this and that. Them young gangsters. And when you see a lot of rappers get killed, you don't see a lot of them sliding for them. You don't see a lot of them doing anything, but going on with their lives. So at the end of the day, when Young Dolph got killed, his people really slid for him. All the things that them young people say they doing in their gangster life and that because they street people and all of that, those young people that was on Young Dolph's side, they slid. Let me show y'all something. A man fatally shot where Young Dolph's shooting getaway car was reportedly found. Where they found that car, that Mercedes Benz, they went over there and they put in some work. They didn't kill, according to the article, they didn't kill any young people. They killed, I think, a 58-year-old man. I think he got caught in the line of fire. But they slid there for him. Look at this. Y'all remember Straight Drop? Whoever been following this story, Straight Drop, they beat him up in jail. They put hands and feet on him in jail. They did him dirty. They beat him up in jail. They didn't kill him. I heard he got out. But let's see something else here. One of the suspects got out. A man who was named by police as a person of interest in 2021 murder of rapper Young Dolph has been killed. Joshua Taylor. They killed him. A suspect. They riding. Let's see, I think we got another one. Now, this guy, Hernandez Govan, he was arrested for the murder, and he got out. And they killed his sister in Miami. And he put a post up saying something to the effect that his lifestyle cost his little sister her life. He's sorry. Too late to be sorry. It's what happened. So if y'all remember before Young Dolph got killed, he was in Miami and his truck got shot up. After that, he made a record, I think 100 shots. And they shot his truck up. I think that's where, because Black Youngsta was arrested for this. Black Youngsta arrested in connection to Young Dolph Charlotte shooting. It happened in Charlotte, my bad. In February of this year, 2017, this was in. Young Dolph's SUV was shot at over 100 times outside the CIAA event in Charlotte. That's how Black Youngsta. Black Youngsta always had a beef with Young Dolph. Because in Shake Something, he really went in. Who want to shake something? Shake something. Line up, went and cake something. He ain't gonna kill no nigga. You know, however the song go, but he was really having a beef with Young Dolph for some reason, beef on wax that ended up in the street, and he got arrested for it. Now, look what happened to Black Youngsta now. Black Youngsta Black Youngsta's brothers was killed maybe over this, maybe over that. We really don't know. But Black Youngsta brother was killed over the situation with Young Dolph. Then you see Black Youngsta silenced after his brother's death. I swear to God, nobody's safe. I don't know what happened behind that. Black Youngsta got low. And two of Black Youngsta. In 2019, tragedy struck again when another sibling, Heavy Champ DD, was shot and killed in Miami. That's Black Youngsta's brother. Interestingly, Young Dolph dropped a diss song aimed at Dolph a month after his death, titled I'm Assuming. His brother got killed. So you can see that they were really slotting for Young Dolph after his murder. Then we look at this. Yo Gotti no longer a suspect in Young Dolph Los Angeles shooting. Remember Young Dolph, I think, got shot in Los Angeles, Miami. His truck was shot up in Charlotte. And Yo Gotti was a suspect in his shooting, but he's no longer suspect. He got arrested for it, but he's no longer suspect. Now, let's go back to this guy, Hernandez Govan. Hernandez Govan, they say, is the one that set up the whole killing situation. He got the killers, and supposedly somebody got the money and they got away with it. But he's the one who they say set the killing up. He was arrested. I think he was released on bail, and he was out there. So how did Big Juke get caught up in this? I mean, he's the older brother. He should be the wiser brother. You see the Instagram post that he made where he said, you know, Yo Gotti told him that he could get money and still be on some street stuff without selling drugs and all of that. That being on street stuff and living with you, rapping is crazy to me. I mean, maybe somebody could hit me in the comments and help me to understand that. I can't understand that because at the end of the day, it's like you're in the streets, you're selling drugs, you're going through hell. This group over here, they want to take over your territory. Like in New York City, when you're selling drugs, right? A lot of times you have 2 times when you have a lot of war. You got war in the wintertime because some people who are on the block selling drugs, like they don't live in the neighborhood. They just come through your neighborhood and they sell these drugs. And it's cold now. Like right now it's snowing out there in New York City. It's snowing. It's real cold. You know, you don't feel a lot of the cold because they got them grates on the sidewalk and to push up that heat from the train station when the trains come through. So it helps a little bit. And then them tall buildings stops a lot of the air from coming through. So you don't feel it as cold as you was in the country when it's snowing. Upstate New York when it's snowing. But it's still cold. And then some people in the neighborhood got buildings that they hustle out of. So now the people who don't got no heat to go and hustle out of and they still got to get their money, they want to get in that building. So a lot of times war starts there. And then when it's in the summertime, one block is making more money than another block over here. And now people want that block. They come to take that block. So it's always war when you selling drugs in the street. When you selling drugs in the street, there's always war coming. You're bound to have some type of problems. And if you are blessed to come up out of that situation, still make money. Actually, you making more money, some people making more money doing their rapping thing than they would ever see selling drugs. They don't got to have no drama. So why would you have to get on a stage, entertain people with lyrical music, and still have to live the life that you on the corner or in the building selling drugs? That don't make no sense to me. Like, books. Look at all these books. Let me see a book. Let me see a book I got here. I got one book. Where's that? I got this book. I don't really got no. I thought I had one of those. I thought I had a hood book here, but I don't have no hood book. But you got a book, a whole book, right? You got a book. There are people who wrote hood books. They had the hood books coming out. That's just like the rappers. You know, the books in the hood books. You talk. They in the hood books in the hood books. They talk about street stuff. You know, they talk about street stuff, selling drugs, robbing, scamming, and things like that. It's a novel. Some people wrote those books by sitting down and about jail. One girl, she wrote a book listening to her cousin tell her story. She was pumping them for all the information and went and wrote a book. She never lived that life. And she made money. So my thing is, when you getting on the stage and you done made this money, and you talking about the life you once lived, because you once lived that life. You not living that life no more. Life has changed for you. You're in a different tax bracket. You can't even go and hang out on the block you hung out and sell drugs there. You cannot hang out on that block for 3 days. You're either going to get killed or you're going to get robbed. Or both. You're in a different tax bracket. Even Lil Durk said, why should I hang out on the block and I'm famous? Why? So why does it have to be a situation where you live what you rap. That could be the novel. That's what you did. That's where you at. People still gonna buy it. There's people still living it saying, oh man, that's real. That's real. That's something they're doing. You're not doing it no more. So why should you get involved with it? But anyway, back to the story. So Hernandez Govan, they say he set up the whole thing. Now, we're going to see how did the big brother get involved in this situation and then line himself up to get killed, because no matter what nobody say, he lined his own self up. Let's go. All right. So we went to so now you see Big Juke in a picture with Hernandez. Now, Young Dolph just got killed. Everybody's wondering, oh my God, who did it? Who did it? Mind you, Straight Drop was hanging out in different places with Young Dolph. So he was learning a lot about how Young Dolph was moving and probably feeding them the information, because a lot of the pictures, when you do your research, you'll see Straight Drop in the picture around Young Dolph and his group. So he gets in the picture with Govan. This is street stuff now. When you're talking about you living what you're doing, now come on. That looks like that's your man. You got more money than him. You are Yo Gotti's brother. Yo Gotti got problems with us. Yo Gotti shot the Young Durf. Supposedly, because the police said he didn't do it. Black Youngsta's down with y'all. Black Youngsta shot up the truck. Supposedly, because Black Youngsta did not go to jail for that. So now you're seen with him. So now here comes this guy, Grove Hero. Grove Hero is something else. Grove Hero don't care. You know, he got a little messed up arm and all that. You know, but he want to ride for his man. I don't care, man. Handicap motherfucker kill you too. Never sleep on a handicap, man. You know what I mean? Young Dolph affiliate Grove Hero says he don't care if people call him a snitch. He wants Yo Gotti's brother Big Juke in prison. And why he said that is because he's claiming that Big Juke put $40,000 on Young Dolph's head. And Govan was the one that set it up. And he had another post where he said he gonna ride. I don't know how this guy gonna ride on somebody. I mean, I'm not saying like he can't do it because he handicapped, or he could hold that hand like this and shoot a gun. You see his hand a little messed up, but he got to turn it like he got it like that. He got to turn like this, kind of sort of, and he could lay a nigga, boom, boom, hit the nigga up. But he wanted him in jail. He said he don't care if they called him a snitch. So he got on it. He was on the thing and he was going in. Let me see. I got it for y'all. Like, he was going in, man. He was going in. I don't want to. I did a video before and I put some stuff up here on there. And they struck my little thing, and I'm just beginning. So I'm not trying to put stuff up there where they're talking because I don't want people to strike my stuff, man. So I just use these little pictures. That's why I do this, you know. I'm not too knowledgeable of the whole situation, and people they strike you. Even though when they strike you, they say if you monetize, then some of your money go to the person who struck you. That's it. But I don't even want that problem, you know. But my boy Grove Hero went in and he said, while he was talking on his live, he was saying he want Gotti, he want Big Juke, he want Black Youngsta, and he named one more person. And he said when he see them, it's on site with them, you know. But anyway, that's how Big Juke came involved in the situation. Now, as per Juke's Instagram story posted before the tragedy, his Instagram story, social media once again, he lined himself up by going on social media and telling these people that his uncle died and he's going to go to this funeral. Supposedly he did that. I don't know what. I tried to find the Instagram, but I couldn't find it. I found one where he said the snakes want to, get the snakes on the plate because people want to snake you all the time. Even by that one where he's saying people want to snake you, talking about the snakes. He should have been aware, much more aware of what he was doing and where he was going. And he know he's going in the lion den. He already got a bulletproof truck. So he wise to that. But you went to a funeral. Yo Gotti was in that funeral with you. Yo Gotti left, so they say. I don't know. This is what my research has led me to find out. You leave the funeral and go to the repast, because the repast is after the funeral. Go to the funeral, then you go to the repast, you eat food, you party, you do all of this other stuff. And my dog out there making all this noise. So, at the end of the day, give me 1 minute, y'all, please. Yo, shut up. And sit down. Shut up. Lay down. Lay down. Yeah, excuse me. I had to go get my dog, man. My dog be going crazy. But anyway, so now you get on social media. Social media, man. People just don't understand social media. Some things should not be said on social media because the police get a lot of arrests off of social media. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, especially Facebook. You don't hear a lot about TikTok, but they go there too. But most people are doing things on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, especially Instagram and Facebook. So he should know the situation, how things go. Oh my God. So at the end of the day, excuse me, man. Yo, shut the fuck up, man. Fucking up my video. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. The fuck? Sorry, y'all, because this is a no-cut situation, man. I don't edit nothing, man. So anyway, you get on social media and you put out your business knowing it's wolf there. It's all right, okay. You want to be a street guy, or I don't know how you could be a rapper and still a street guy. I don't know how you running around doing shows and saying you a street guy. You used to be. You is no longer that. You're an entertainer. And if you go in the streets and you get too involved with the group, you bring the police to the group. That's how 6ix9ine them got caught. Look at Casanova. They gonna get you like you financing everything they do. They criminal. So at the end of the day, he want to get on Instagram and want to say where he's at and what he's doing. This is Grove, your boy Grove Hero. But Grove Hero was going in right here. Grove Hero say he's sliding. I didn't know like he was handicapped until I looked at it. But anyway, these people have been sliding for Young Dolph. You have to have a bulletproof vehicle when you go into your own hometown. So okay, I go to the funeral. I get in that funeral, I'm leaving that funeral, I'm out of that town. You go to the repast. You should have been to that repast with 100 men surrounding you. The police say, I say, yo man, what the police dog is for? The police told me the police dog, they there to die for the police. I said, what you mean? He said, listen, if we got a tight situation, we send the dog in. Rather the dog die than the human die. So my thing is, you got your security, they're paid to protect you, to die for you, like the president men. Take them with you, man. Let them do their job. Why would you go to the repast and your brother leave you? Your brother left, supposedly that he was there and he left. And you stayed. And you got nobody with you. So Anyway, they saying that True Mafia and Paper Route Empire, which is Paper Route Empire, they're saying Paper Route Empire and True Mafia has something to do with the killing of Big Juke. When I looked at it, shout out to my boy King AK-47. You go on his site, he could explain this situation to it. I looked at it and I learned a little about this situation. Supposedly, Paper Route Empire was all one, and then they had internal beefs and it broke off in True Mafia. So True Mafia is the one that's saying they did it, but Paper Route is celebrating like they did it. I would lead to believe Paper Route is Young Dolph project. True Mafia probably was dissatisfied with what's going on, like anything, broke off and created True Mafia. I guess they both got killers in the situation. So it's kind of like confusing to say who actually killed the man. It ain't on me to say that anyway, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it ain't on me. I don't help the police solve no cases at all, you know what I mean? I don't even try to help them solve my own case, so I ain't gonna help them solve nobody else's case. But I'm just trying to figure out, but if you go to King AK-47, he breaks down the whole thing. He breaks down the whole thing about this situation with Paper Route Empire and True Mafia. But we know that Hernandez Gomez, they said, set it up, supposedly. We know that they said that he went and got the killers to kill Young Dolph. We know that Yo Gotti had a beef with Young Dolph. We know that Black Youngsta had a beef with Young Dolph. We know that Black Youngsta, two brothers got killed. We know that Hernandez Gomez sister got killed, his baby sister. We know that almost every suspect that was out here, only the ones in jail that's surviving, got killed. We know that with a car, where they stashed the car and the police found it, a killing was done over there. So we know that these people is riding for Young Dolph. You know, this is one of the ones you could say, man, they riding for their homie, man. Like, a lot of them don't ride for their homie like King Vaughn. Who rode for King Vaughn? Duck. Who's riding anything for Duck? The niggas who's down with Duck is doing podcasting and all types of stuff. They calling for peace. They not calling for war. They ain't out there riding for Duck. I mean, because if you saying that you this gang over here, we 630 and you O Block and we got this and Duck was this over here, then shouldn't y'all be like at war with O Block? Like, shouldn't y'all have some big war going? I don't know. But this is my idea, you know what I mean? When I've been in the streets, this is my idea, you know. You killed our man, then we gotta be doing war. We got war with you. When we see one of y'all on site, it's on timing. It's on timing. We gotta do what we gotta do. But anyway, that's where it gets a little tricky at. But no matter what, both of them is riding for Dolph. Both of them. And I don't know what happened with Big Juke, that his brain wasn't functioning right. Maybe the death of his uncle, maybe he was close to him, and maybe that's caused him to think that he could actually go into this situation with no gun, no body armor, no security. I think the guy who got shot was like his hood security guy. And hood security, I mean, man, he ain't on point to nothing. He on point when it's in his face. He not like a trained security officer to watch body movement and things, the way people move and seeing and watch out. Look at this person coming right here. He's moving funny. He ain't on that. All he do is stand there, dude walking out, regular hood dude, till he get up on him and pull that gun out. You know what I mean? So, sometimes, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? If I got money today and I got rich today and I needed security and I wanted to take hood guys with security, I'm going to get me some big hood guys that ain't got no felonies, and I'm paying for them to go to security school. They're going to learn how to be official armed securities. They're not going to play. This ain't no hood stuff. Body, I got to live, yo. I got to make it to the next day. I got to make it in and out. I can't trust no hood guys, man. I can't trust no hood guys. Like Wax said, they went to get 50 in the hotel room. It's like he had Navy SEAL security. That's the type of security I had. He said they was moving like, you know what I mean? That's the type of security I'm going to have. I can't do the hood guys. Y'all going to get me killed. If I ain't paying y'all enough, y'all going to get mad. But anyway, I tend to get sidetracked sometimes, you know what I mean? Old guy. OG. But anyway, Big Juke being a big brother on Instagram, doing too much, saying things, but not moving how he's saying. And a lot of times people say, we can give everybody advice, but we're going to take it ourselves. And this is his case, and he lined his own self up, man. Now you hear stories saying, such and such backdoored him, and this happened, and that happened. And it don't. Here go my boy right here, bro. Like, y'all check him out, man. He be giving up some good. This brother here, when you look at his stuff, he makes a lot of sense, and he breaks down a lot of the stories. And he tell you his story. People try to quiet him and everything, man. And when you go into him, you can see the paper route empire and Trula Mafia and how it started. And, how young Gotti brother Big Juke got in. I read a lot of, before I did this, I read a lot of channels. I went on Instagram. I went on Twitter. I Googled on the news to see what the news got. And everything. They got the car. The car had no tags on it. The car looked like one of them police cars. One of them police Ford Explorer type of joints. So then you got people saying, Yo Gotti was there and it is a sacrifice killing. That sacrifice killing stuff in this industry thing be like puzzling me, man. Like, I want to understand it more because I see a lot on that, selling their souls and all of this stuff and doing the sacrifices. And when Cat Williams was talking about it, all they talk about is the sexual side of it. Even he said 50,000, 30,000, 50,000 three times he turned down the protected virgin hold. And then he talked about how they got to put on dresses and Kevin Hart kissing Rock, lip to lip. P. Diddy doing all this other stuff. And we're going to come with P. Diddy's thing too. So now they're saying it's a sacrifice. Yo Gotti sacrificed his own family. Then you got people saying his family member backdoored him. He backdoored his own self, man. You let the enemy know where you are going. You let the enemy know where you're going to be. You told them that your uncle died and you're from their neighborhood. So they could easily figure out, what funeral. Or everybody go to this funeral. Everybody know where most people go to what funeral. Because you got, the world is separate and the world is prejudiced and the world is segregated. So you got a lot of funeral homes where most of the black people go in the neighborhood, and then you got the one where the white people go. No bullshit. So at the end of the day, I don't see it like that. If it happens, it's going to come out. But he backdoored himself. He let social media and his level of comfort or confident. Maybe he was so confident nobody's going to do nothing to him because he's big and he Yo Gotti brother, and Yo Gotti moving like, they said, like John Gotti. So at the end of the day, he got himself killed. He did too much. He talked too much to get too comfortable on Instagram. You know, and he let them know where he was going to be. He let them know when the funeral was going to be. Because if they don't mess with you, how they going to find out when the funeral is at? You know, somebody from there tell them, or you tell them yourself. So now, you got everybody's getting mad at Yo Gotti now because they're saying like Yo Gotti is not saying anything. Yo Gotti is silent. But what do y'all want the man to say? What do y'all want the man to say? Yo Gotti speeches after brother Big Juke shot and killed. What do y'all want the man to get on social media and say? Y'all want the man to get on social media and say how he going to slide on these dudes, how he going to ride down on these dudes, how he going to do this, how he going to do that. He ain't dumb. He's supposed to be silent. That's why I got to respect Remy and Papoose, because out of all the situation between Remy, Papoose, and Easy, he's the only one up there running his mouth. If he was in my organization, he'd be out. We'll set trip on him. He'll be on the wall early. You on the wall, boy. You talk too much. He'll be on the wall. No matter how bad it get, how ugly it get with that situation. Remy and Papoose are not saying nothing. That's the way these guys should be. That's the way Big Juke should have been. I'm not on Instagram saying nothing. I know they want to kill me. You know they wanted to kill you. You know in your hood they wanted to kill you. Now, if you was in New York, all right, cool. Do your thing. Ain't nobody in New York want to kill you. If you in Miami, you know they've been hitting people in Miami about Young Dolph. So you got to be careful in Miami. You don't want to let them know when you're going to Miami. You just want to pop in and pop out. I don't know, man. It's sad to me. You get all this money. Now, they saying Yo Gotti moved like John Gotti. John Gotti was mafia. Wise guys. When they had beefs like this, because you got CMG, you got Paper Route Empire, you got Trula Mafia. This is where the beef is. You got Paper Route Empire, and Trula Mafia coming at CMG, because them two affiliated with Young Dolph. Even though they're saying one of them groups like Trula Mafia, some of them flipped on Young Dolph too, but I don't know. You got to go to AK-47. He can tell you the whole story, man. He got that story, not me. I'm just doing my research to come up with the things I come up with. If Yo Gotti is a real gangster, you could have lost your mother in that situation. You want to thank those killers for not killing your mother, because they could have sprayed your mother, your brother, and that other guy that they get here, the hood security guy. Hood security. The hood security guy, I think he was the one shot. He's in critical or something. The mother ran out the truck. They could have shot your mother, your brother, and the hood security guy. Black Youngsta, he been being quiet. Y'all got to be quiet and y'all got to watch yourselves out there. Gotti should come up with a way to squash this beef. I mean, somebody died. A lot of people been killed behind it. It's ways to make things happen. Machiavelli said, squash your enemy all the way. Leave nothing left. Art of war. If you ain't going to squash him, finish him. Because if you don't finish him, he's going to come back. And that's what's going on. If you're not going to go out there and just totally demolish Paper Route Empire, totally demolish Trula mafia, so that is not a problem for you no more. You need to work out a way where y'all could live. Not together, but in some sort of peace. Because if your mother would have got killed in this situation, how you really would it feel? What would you be going through now? I know that my video isn't all the way together like some people because I'm just getting into it and I'm just learning it. But I did my research. And if it's a sacrifice, it's a great sacrifice, I guess. Because you got other people looking at it. And I guess you got to get away with those killing sacrifices, supposedly, that they giving out to y'all, selling y'all soul. But yo, Gotti, I like your story, bro. Black Youngsta, I listen to a lot of your music, bro. I like a lot of your music. And at the end of the day, y'all are not street dudes no more, man. Y'all really not, man. Y'all are entertainers. Y'all are entertainers. Y'all go around selling out stadiums, selling out shows, performing for people. Y'all is not on the block selling no drugs. Shout out to Young Thug. He was still trying to do it, and look at him. YNW Melly, look at him. Don't be, yo, Gotti, you been doing good, bro. Work this thing out some way or figure it out, bro. But you're doing good. Stay quiet. Don't let these people know what you thinking. What's your next step, bro? Don't let the internet play you, bro. They played your brother in the internet. He got himself killed posting his shit on Instagram, knowing they gonna get him, knowing they out to get him. Stop being foolish on Instagram. Stop acting like you can't be touched. Stop acting like your family won't be touched. Because when it get down to it, the killer come, the killer kills. You give the killer enough money, the killer killing. Whoever, wherever, whenever. Content analysis, 2750. My puppy dog is my profile picture. Y'all come on and comment. Help me to understand some of this stuff. Because I would like to. Why you living, you are entertainer, why you acting like you street, why you trying to kill, and you got money coming in, why you ain't building nothing? Why you ain't doing nothing positive with that money in the neighborhood? Why you want to finance destruction? And then your people getting killed over your nonsense. You're not street dudes. You used to be. You telling stories. Y'all book writers. That's what y'all are. Book writers telling the story to music of how it is when you got to hustle in the streets to get where you're going. Thank y'all for listening. Content analysis 2750. My puppy dog he ain't a puppy no more. Y'all heard him. Is my profile picture. Y'all want to see him? Let me get him. Let y'all see him for a minute. Come here. Colors. He big. Come here. Up. Put your head up. Look at the camera. You see my boy? You feel? This is my profile picture. Hey, look there. Look. You see? See the camera? Nah, don't kiss me. Look. Y'all have a nice day, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. Enjoy yourselves, man. Be safe out there, man.